Okay, this is question 14. So this is question 14 from 8-4, and it says a 2 now has $28.50 saved up already, and he is going to save up an additional $8.75 a week. Beth has a lot more money already saved up. She has $104.75, and she is spending $6.50 a week from her savings. How many weeks from now will they have the same amount of money? So I'm going to make X equal to something. Does anyone have any idea what a good idea for a variable would be here? X equals the number of weeks. Because I'm looking for how many weeks. So because I know that is number of weeks. What I don't know is usually my variable. All right. So we're going to start with a 2. A 2 already has 28.50, and he is saving $8.75 every week. So by now you realize that if X is the number of weeks and $8.75 per week, $8.75 is going to act as what part of our expression? Coefficient to X. All right. So if we think about what a 2 is saving, this first number is a constant, right? That 28.50 is what he saved already, right? It's not going to change. It's already there in the bank. His $8.75 a week is going to be added to that savings account in the expression 8.75x. When we look at Beth, Beth's kind of going in a different direction. She has this much money, right? She has $104.75, but she is spending, which is going to be a subtraction, $6.50 per week. Now notice how I dropped the insignificant zero. If you like it, you can keep it, but you don't need it because $6.5 is the same thing as $6.50. Okay. So now we have two algebraic expressions that represent the pace at which they're spending. What we're trying to figure out is how many weeks from now will they have the same amount of money? So when will this expression be equal to this expression? So now I've set it up as an equation, and hopefully if I isolate the variable properly, I'll be able to figure out how many weeks will balance those two. What X value will make those two sides equal, right? Or how many weeks? George, what do you think I'm going to do first here? Correct. So because we have variables on both sides, we're going to add 6.5x to both sides so that we can get an algebraic zero pair and eliminate that one term. When we do so, we now have this plus 14, 15, 25x equals 104.75. Much more digestible, much more easy. Once we have that, we have our variable on one side. So we're going to start working the isolation out on that side. And what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the constant first by subtracting 28.5 from both sides. 15.25x is equal to, I'll use a calculator for this one, 104.75. Take away 28.5 equals 76.25. Okay, so now we have it down to our final step, which is to divide both sides by my coefficient. And if I take that number that's already left in there, I didn't clear it, and divide it by 1525, I get the answer of x equals 5. Okay. Now remember, on your test, you're not done yet. You've solved for x, but you haven't really explained what your answer is. But since x equals 5, what do we define our variable as being? X equals number of weeks. So therefore, it will take 5 weeks of a 2 saving and Beth's spending before they have the exact same amount of money. It will take 5 weeks before they have the same amount. They have the same amount of money.